Day 3, not easily broken, the war between your ears. Most people think the greatest battles happen around them, but some of the greatest battles happen within them. The hardest fight is not always the devil you rebuke. Sometimes it's the thought you keep believing. The enemy understands something many people overlook. If he can control your thoughts, he can influence your direction, because every action starts as a thought. Every habit starts as a thought. Every fear starts as a thought. Every stronghold starts as a thought. Long before Goliath became a battlefield problem, he became a mental problem. The giant spent 40 days speaking before Israel ever fought him. 40 days of intimidation, 40 days of fear, 40 days of mental warfare. The battle began in their minds before it ever reached the battlefield. That is how the enemy operates. He knows that if he can convince you that you are defeated, he doesn't have to defeat you. You will surrender before the battle even begins. Many people are imprisoned by thoughts that never came from God. Thoughts saying, I'm not enough. I'm too old. I'm too damaged. I missed my opportunity. I'll never recover. I'll never change. I'll never heal. The enemy doesn't always send attacks. Sometimes he sends suggestions, because a suggestion believed long enough becomes a stronghold, and a stronghold is simply a lie that has been accepted as truth. Think about that. The enemy's greatest weapon is not always power. It's deception. A lion can only attack what he can reach, but a lie can attack from a distance. A lie can sit in your mind for years. A lie can shape your identity. A lie can influence your decisions. A lie can keep you from becoming who God created you to be. This is why many believers lose battles they should have won, not because they lacked power, because they agreed with the wrong voice. The enemy knows something powerful. Your life will often move in the direction of your strongest thoughts. If your thoughts are full of fear, fear will shape your future. If your thoughts are full of failure, failure will shape your expectations. If your thoughts are full of defeat, defeat will influence your actions. The battlefield is not around you. The battlefield is between your ears. Imagine your mind as an airport. Planes are constantly arriving. Thoughts are constantly arriving. You cannot stop thoughts from landing, but you can stop them from building a hangar. You cannot stop a thought from appearing, but you can stop it from becoming permanent. Many people entertain thoughts they should have evicted. They allow fear to rent space in their mind. They allow insecurity to move in. They allow rejection to decorate the walls. They allow anxiety to unpack its bags. Then they wonder why they feel trapped. The problem is not that the thought arrived. The problem is that it stayed. Not every thought deserves agreement. Not every thought deserves attention. Not every thought deserves a seat at your table. Some thoughts should be rejected immediately. One of the greatest examples of this is a thermostat. A thermometer reports the temperature. A thermostat changes it. Many believers live like thermometers. They report what they see. They report what they feel. They report what is happening. But God called believers to be thermostats, to shift atmospheres, to establish truth, to refuse agreement with darkness. The enemy wants your mind to become a thermometer. God wants your mind to become a thermostat, because what controls your thoughts eventually controls your life. This is why the enemy attacks the mind of prophets, the mind of leaders, the mind of dreamers, the mind of builders, the mind of visionaries. Because before he attacks your purpose, he attacks your perception. If he can distort how you see yourself, he can distort how you walk. Think about Gideon. God called him a mighty man of valor while he was hiding. His reality said one thing. God's perspective said another. Most people would have agreed with their current situation, but heaven was speaking from destiny. This is where many people are today. They are listening to circumstances more than purpose, listening to fear more than faith, listening to wounds more than truth, listening to failure more than destiny. The enemy loves when your internal voice becomes more negative than his, because then he can stop talking. You'll do it for him. You'll criticize yourself, doubt yourself, disqualify yourself, reject yourself, limit yourself. all while believing it's your own thought. The most dangerous prison is the one that doesn't look like a prison. A person can be free physically and still be bound mentally. They can sit in church and still be in prison, sing songs and still be in prison, preach sermons and still be in prison. Because chains on the mind are often harder to see than chains on the hands. But here's the good news. Every lie loses power when truth arrives. Darkness never defeats light. Light always defeats darkness. One small light can transform an entire room, and one truth can transform an entire life. The truth that you are chosen, the truth that you are loved, the truth that you are called, the truth that you are not forgotten, the truth that your mistakes are not your identity, the truth that your past is not your future, the truth that your struggle is not your destiny, the truth that your failure is not your final chapter. Some of you have spent years fighting people, fighting circumstances, fighting situations, when the real battle was happening in your mind. Because before God changes what is around you, He often changes what is within you. Before He changes your surroundings, He changes your thinking. Before He changes your situation, He changes your perspective. And when your mind begins to agree with heaven, something powerful happens. Fear loses its voice. Doubt loses its authority. Insecurity loses its grip. The enemy loses his advantage, and you become exactly what heaven intended you to be, not easily broken.